So I was going to start out playing Final Fantasy today, but my computer's going to update for 2 hours, it seems. So we'll play this for a couple hours, break for lunch, and then see if we can actually play Final Fantasy 1. Sorry about that. I didn't realize my computer was updating, because computers are weird like that. Thank you, Windows. So we'll move on to Act 2.
My friend, shall we depart to Chaldeum?
Onwards. Like I said, we'll stream this for a few hours. Also, thank you to all the viewers on last night's stream. 37, that's the biggest video I've ever done, so that's awesome. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you continue to enjoy stuff. If not, that's okay too.
It was all just stories. My uncle saw what he wanted to see.
Deckard sacrificed much to protect this world. But his work is not over.
What would you know about sacrifice?
Imperial. The ancient law of the high heavens strictly forbids us from interfering with the mortal world. Yet you have done so, brazenly.
All I am guilty of, Imperius, is bringing justice, while you hide, cowering behind your throne.
Silence! You will now answer for your transgressions.
You cannot judge me. I am justice itself. We were meant for more than this. To protect the innocent. But if our precious laws bind you all to inaction, then I will no longer stand as your brother.
You chose to be one of us.
Sacrilege.
Thus, I fell willingly. Because humanity is the only hope for this world.
I mean, he's not. He's dead.
All your crazy tales. Your work. You never finished. I will finish it, Uncle. I will carry on for you.
Tristram is safe. But that is only the beginning. The great eastern city of Chaldeum has fallen under the sway of Belial, a lord of hell. I'd like to have words with him.
So Deckard Cain is gone forever. Me and Cormac and Little Lamb here are Still adventuring. I don't think he is going to have something to say.
You may notice that jewels you find enhance your already considerable abilities. I can combine similar gems to make a more powerful one. At the moment, I can only offer you a few basic pieces of jewelry. Now, if you bring me supplies, I will eventually be able to offer you exciting and exotic new designs. But it doesn't have to be just business with us. Come by and talk anytime, my friend. I heard a rumor that there is a strange and mysterious jewel crafting device hidden in the aqueducts of the Daugr Oasis. I have a mind to go search for it myself. Don't worry, I won't go alone. I'm sure I'll find someone to show me around. It's even harder than I remembered, Dad. I'm afraid I'm growing weak. I need a drink and a bath. And something to keep the sun off. Or maybe just a nice cool jewel to put on my forehead. That will fix everything.
The jewel in the forehead is actually reference to Diablo 1. The main character sticks the stone in his forehead and becomes Diablo. Because, you know, genius. And every January you can actually play through it. So come January we'll give it a run if it's still going, if it's still a thing. I have played it before, so. There's Neck the Brawler.
An enchanting young woman who is much more than her youth suggests will come to your aid today. She can be of great help to you, so try to be polite, will you?
My aid? What danger will I face that requires help from a stranger?
Oh, it's that coven again. They're going to try and ambush you. I was just talking to Hedrick. He is still denying his grief. He really needs to open up. If he would just let me comfort him, it would do him a world of good.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. May the battles never end. Hey, you! Come here. Got some new stuff for you to look at.
By the grace of the ancients, may your soul be warmed and brought to glory.
I have never been outside the city my entire life. I have never even been outside the palace. When they threw us out here, I thought I would die. I was terrified. But now, look at this view. I have never understood how large the world actually was. It is beautiful.
Here we are. Chaldeum, Jewel of the East. Uncle Deckard loved this place.
He wouldn't now that it is under the spell of Belial, Lord of Lies. I can smell his stench, Omir.
You two try to find out where Belial is, while I hunt down Magda. Your uncle will be avenged, Leah. Chaldeum, did you miss the stink in the pond?
I told myself I'd never come back here. And yet here I am.
Because of what happened to your father?
Because of what happened to me. Some scars don't heal, and there's no point in scratching at them, is there? The weather doesn't suit me either.
You good. I may look small, but I'll hurt you if you try to steal from me.
You seem down today. Tell me what Miriam can do for you.
I am simply thinking about our next steps. Planning is vital.
Well, planning is also boring, if your frowns are any indication. So, the Demon Lords want to crush all humanity beneath their heel. Does that mean you can't smile?
Exactly what
The
it means.
cultists are making a great mess of things out in the desert. They deserve the painful death you will bring to them.
What is the Coven's goal?
They are torturing and killing innocent villagers to lure you into their trap. But you'll get the better of them, won't you?
If there's treasure to be had, then I'm in.
I knew you would lead me to exciting and mysterious places. We should encounter the jewel I seek any day now.
How long have you sought this jewel?
A long, long time. But you know all about seeking something forever, don't you? Mm-hmm.
Yes. It is the seeking that defines you, not the finding.
Well, the finding is nice too.
He's not wrong.
The strangest thing just happened. A young man accused me of being the Senside god of thieves, disguised as an elderly jeweler. Well, I understand his confusion, since I'm as handsome as a god. I gave the fellow some advice and sent him on his way.
You didn't correct the boy?
Who am I to crush the dreams of the young?
Yes. Who are you?
Well...
The people of Shansai worship 59 gods, but few are more revered than Zai, the exiled trickster god who travels the face of the world disguised as a humble merchant. Tales of his adventures range from ingenious thefts and practical jokes to more lurid exploits, none of which I'm comfortable recording here.
I like the backstories of these characters, so I have no issue like listening to all of them because, like I said, I find them interesting.
God, where did these refugees come from?
I am not a god. I am a Shira, commander of the Iron Wolves. We saved these refugees from Magda's coven. It even now wreaks havoc throughout the borderlands.
I am hunting Magda. Do you know where she's going?
She's heading toward Alcanis, but has blocked the road behind her. However, there is another way. Through the Kasim outpost. All of these people have fled from the cultists in Alcanis. They are refugees far from their homes.
Why can't they enter the city?
The Imperial Guard lets no one in. These people are sentenced to a slow death. The Iron Wolves were mercenaries, until we helped the Zakarum priests find the successor to the first Emperor Hakan. We became the Emperor's personal guard after that, but everything changed a few months ago when the first refugees began arriving. An Imperial Guard was created to protect the citizens from the refugees, while we were out in the desert fighting the Coven and their demon spawn. Eventually, they took over.
Emperor Hakan threw his entire court out of the city. They're trapped out here with the rest of us.
There is some justice in this world, after all.
Justice? They're a load of pompous fools, but even they don't deserve what's coming tonight.
What happens tonight?
They're wearing jewels worth more than any of us see in a year. And they have to sleep sometime.
Yeah.
This gate leads to Alcanis. You'll need to follow the long road over the canyon bridge and through the Kasim outpost. We haven't heard anything from the Iron Wolves in the desert. If you make it to the Kasim outpost, seek out Captain David.
I find all sorts of things down in the aqueducts. I like the shiny ones the best.
Many of my banished peers have fled for Lut Gholen. Not I. I shall wait for our Emperor to come to his senses.
Very noble, my lady. So it has nothing to do with the last caravan leaving 10 minutes ago?
What impudence! How dare you even speak to me?
Apologies, my lady. You'd best take up your concerns with the Emperor.
All this pain and suffering. This is what happens when you let a child sit on the throne.
If only the Emperor and his guard had gone mad sooner, all these people being locked out of the city.
Most commoners know Chaldean by reputation, if not direct experience. The trade city has existed for thousands of years, predating even the Mage clan wars. Its neutral stance throughout the following centuries saved it from the destruction that visited the nearby city of Vizjun, and life, along with trade, carried on.
My family. I lost my whole family out there. My family. I lost my whole...
Alcarnus is being destroyed by the Coven. I've seen people skinned alive.
The inner city is closed by order of His Eminence, Emperor Hakan II. For now, you must all remain here.
Let us in! We are dying of hunger and thirst. Can't you smell the stench of death?
The Emperor has forsaken us.
Back, or we will force you back.
The Imperial Guard would let us die here. At least the Iron Wolves try to aid us.
Mention them again, and I will leave your corpse for them to find.
We need to be within the safety of the city walls.
Life in the Borderlands was hard, but we had our dignity. We came here for help, and how do they treat us? Like animals.
Shooter, child, what is that foul stench?
It's the sewer, sir. That hole goes right into it.
I'm sure our Emperor had his reasons for closing the gates, but how are we expected to sleep scant inches from tunnels packed with filth?
A bit of advice, my lord. If I were you, I would sleep with my back against a wall.
Tyrael and I learned that while the Iron Wolves were fighting Magda in the desert, the Emperor replaced them with Imperial guards who bar all from the inner city.
I suspect that the Iron Wolves were sent out to die. Belial has made his move. We must find a way into the city.
As a child, I explored Chaldean while Uncle Deckard studied here. I can get in through the sewers.
Good. Learn what you can while I hunt Magda.
Be careful. Alcarnus sounds like Magda's trap.
Moving right along, singing my song.
Take heed, traveler. Cultists guard these desert roads, and they will slay any who pass.
Excellent. I have some questions for these cultists.
You mean to kill them, do you not? I shall come along. There are illusions out there. Mirages to some. But I can see them for what they are. The Coven's foul magic. They will lead you to your death.
I've dealt with this coven before.
She looks different than anyone we have seen. Her skin is as soft and smooth as polished ivory, and her eyes, No,
Why are you two whispering over there?
no reason.
So Cormac has a bit of a crush.
They're in the locks.
Be careful. They are very near to us.
Are they?
You should never have come. Demons will feast on your bones.
I've missed killing these cultists, scum. Come on, then!
There's level 50.
How did you know about the ambush?
I am an enchantress. The ways of magic and illusion are familiar to me. My name is Irena.
And I am a crusader. Nice to meet you, Irena. Why are you out here?
Well, I am also looking for someone. But here, let me clear the way for you.
Captain, from behind!
Protect the people! Iron Wolf!
If not for you, the Lacuni would have eaten well this day.
Are there more Lacuni on the road to Alcarnus?
Even worse. Cultists are casting spells in 2 of their desert lairs to obscure the Black Canyon Bridge.
Let us head north to the Howling Plateau. The cultist magic seems to be emanating from there.
We gotta stop these cultists. Taking care of business. Listen here, our pace is fine.
There is another illusion here. Cultists try to hide their footsteps. Their spells are weak and easily countered. If we follow these prints, we can find our lairs and halt the rituals. I will seek out any other traces of their magic.
I like to think the world is safer now.
Look! More hidden footprints. This is one of the cultists' lairs. They are casting part of the illusion inside.
The ritual is
Ritual is what? I'm sorry, I was too busy with your gurgle.
This should remove part of the illusion.
I thought I was dead.
Akarat bless you.
I'd lost all hope.
It is with some reluctance that I write on the 7 lords of hell, for they are the greatest of the demons, and even whispering their names seems to poison the air around me. They are divided into the lesser evils, Belial, Asmodan, Juriel, and Andariel, and the prime evils, Mephisto, Baal, and Diablo.
All right.
Look, more hidden footprints.
Let's go on down here. Just playing some Diablo while I wait for my computer to update. Level 50 Crusader. Let's see, she looks pretty good. Not super worried about gear. At least not yet. If we find gear, we'll put it on. But we're not super worried about gearing up yet, as we have not hit level 70. So the gear will level up considerably in about 20 levels. We're level 50, so we're doing alright. We're going through the main story, because I haven't done it in a while. And I want to. Before we go on there, I think it's best to go up. Enemies to be taken care of up here. As you can see. Cool. Random equipment's always fun. I met some people yesterday. They stopped in and said hey, and they said they weren't big fans of the Crusader, which I was kind of surprised by, because it's one of the better, I think it's one of the better classes. But also I'm not a wizard fan, and that's kind of considered one of the higher up classes, because especially back in the day when you could perma-run, and that caused so many issues. That's another thing, and in 20 levels, our difficulty spike is going to increase, and our movement speed. Things will be increasing. Came out of that little hole. I'm not used to them coming out of the little holes. Do 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 do. Takes care of that dude. Nice. Coming out of those little holes, are you? Whatever. Got a little map flying around me here. It's a little annoying. The little gnat's a little annoying. Son of a gun.
I admire your focus, friend.
What do you mean?
We have battled countless creatures and journeyed through endless labyrinths, and yet you still remain vigilant. A true hero.
There's the big treasure chest, that's weird. Let's see here. Alright.
I require more wrath.
Ooh, I am stuck. This is not great. Let's go ahead and
Not enough
Sin
rats.
Lord of Damnation. Let's get rid of him. He gone. Alright, that was a simple dungeon. Check it off the list. Check it off the list. Huh. Nothing. There's 51. Level 51. We're 19 levels away from this game changing drastically. Heat of the moment. Okay.
I could do that again. By all that is holy, do you see that enemy over there?
My wrath is low.
Alright.
Those foul cultists have come this way. The bodies of innocents are strewn across the sands. We must make them pay.
We will.
That's good, because we must. Cormac said so. Let's see here. Okay. We're just seeing what we have to uncover here. We are in the desert after all. We're in the desert with the horse with no name, just trying to get out of the rain. Okay. There's a treasure chest. Treasure.
Look, more hidden footprints.
Yeah, let's follow them. Ooh, a belt of interesting proportions.
Look, more hidden footprints. This is one of the cultist lairs. They are casting part of the...
I hear you. Oh, neat.
Illusion inside.
Right.
ritual is disrupted.
Because they're all dead. Sorry, you said something, but then it got overridden by your
magic. Let us go to
by your
Bless you.
yeah. And
They tortured my poor husband.
all right.
Tell me, what shall you do when Magda is dead?
Her master Belial wants to invade Sanctuary. His brother Asmodan desires that as well. I will kill them both, destroy their forces, and keep Sanctuary safe.
So curious. You must be the one I was meant to find here.
Alright. Well, gonna cover the whole thing? Sure does. To the bridge. Bridge,
I think it is time for you to know my true tale. I am not from Chaldeum. I learned these spells 1800 years ago. My sisters and I pledged our service to a man of great power. We called him the Prophet. He trained us and placed us in a magical slumber to awaken in this era. I am to prevent the Lords of Hell from invading.
I think you're dangerous. I like that. Come, join me.
We will stand together against the shadows.
Crazy. Temporary charms enemy to fight for you, Enchantress guided with.
I am fond of
I like the idea. Increases your static elemental bonus. Reduces school cooldown. I like that one. That's cool, but that's better. Like, just overall. Also, it's weird. Okay. I'm gonna keep her around for a bit.
Outpost. You will find it to the north, though it is still some distance away.
I've always played with Cormac, I've never played with the Enchantress, so I'm going to play with the Enchantress for a bit. I think it'll be fun. Having skill cooldown is not a bad idea. Used my lightning power there.
We must face another trial, my friend.
Interesting. Interesting.
Well, the cultists actually blocked the way instead of relying on illusions. I'll have to go through the scene outlet to the west. Not enough wrath.
Very good. As you see, we went from a few thousand to over 10,000 damage, so that's good.
The foulness hangs in the air. We must be getting closer.
It's the heat of the moment.
Help me! I don't want to die!
And Hirax, Siphoner of Souls, is down to half health. Dead. Lightning striking again. Go.
Over here, please. There isn't much time. The miners, my friends, disappeared one by one, tortured or enslaved by the cultists. Only I was left.
Rest. You will sleep soon.
Yes, but for a good end. I released the fiend that lay deep within the cave. Then lured the cultists inside. Please, go down there. Ensure they're all dead. And kill that horror before it...
He's dead now.
We cannot control it any longer.
A bone taker. Got below half health now.
My wrath is low. I require more wrath.
May their corpses rot here forever.
By the light be damned!
Cool. It's the heat of the moment. You never know, one of those days that's gonna pop out legendary gear or something. Heat of the moment.
marches on.
Belial, Lord of Lies, is the most elusive of the 7 evils and is a master of deceit. It is said that he manipulated Asmodan into revolt against the Prime Evils. This began the Burning Hell's civil war, which ended with the dark exile of the Prime Evils to our mortal realm.
Okay.
Not enough wrath.
Missed him by that much. That's terrible. Just terrible. Come on, level 52. You're better than that.
Evil has always been drawn to these lands.
It's alright, we're through this area. Hit a checkpoint.
It is too quiet.
We've been safe ever since the Imperial Guard came.
Captain of the Guard, you are hereby ordered to send a band of your most loyal men to secure the Qasim outpost. Control of the city hangs by a thread. The commoners are becoming restless, and it is imperative that we subdue them. Remain vigilant, for there may already be an outsider within our borders looking to stir up trouble.
If you need a place to camp until the gates are open, there is room in our cellars, safe from the desert heat.
The Imperial Guard will keep us safe.
Greetings. I'm headed to Alcarnus, but this gate seems to be blocking my way.
You must be mad. But if you're intent on rushing headlong to your death, talk to Captain David down in the command post. He's got the gate key.
Here you are, delivered unto me as a sacrifice, a gift from Lord Belial.
He used you as a distraction, and I let him. Killing you is worth a delay.
No! He would never betray me! Strike her down!
Belial has never heard of loyalty. He's left you to pay for Cain's death.
Not a moment too soon. They plan to sacrifice us to Belial. Iron Wolves, take back the town!
Everybody out.
Has Magda reached Alcanis?
Yes, we've heard rumors of a horrible slaughter there.
Then time is short. Please open this gate. Alcanis is close. I'm coming, Magda.
More offense is okay with me.
My wrath is low.
Nice. Other health link, that's doom and gloom for them. Yeah. Oh yeah. They regretted that decision immediately. Having a health link against me, not a good idea. Right. In the heat of the moment.
Your friend Tyrion. The light of the Seraphim radiates from him.
He was an angel.
He has forsaken his own kind to aid us.
You have been blessed by many. Perfect.
Nice.
Strange magic radiates from these bows.
Make your peace, quickly.
You see, in this world, the fork tongue is going down. Yeah. In the heat of the moment. Taking care of business. All right. Okay. We're still sitting level 52. But Halfway through is not terrible.
This was some kind of magical device. Must have been destroyed along with its master.
Okay, so that's level 2. We're not in level 2 yet. We want to explore the rest of level 1. Level 1. 1 is the loneliest number. Loneliest number.
Come aid us! Look, just over there. I never imagined such a creature.
Sure you did.
Bad luck for you, friend. I require more wrath.
You never cease to impress me.
Oh, thank you. Alright. That was partly worth it. That's the thing with Diablo, you have to be willing to explore. Otherwise, you're wasting your time.
The Thaurus manuscript lists Asmodan as the best battlefield commander of all demons, having defeated the angels many times in the eternal conflict across Pandemonium and the primevals in the demonic civil war. If the Lord of Sin ever assaults our realm, we truly have much to fear.
So there we go. Find out we're pretty much bound. Neat. Alrighty.
I wish I could do that.
Simple enough. There's an axe that we can't use.
You are mine now.
Alright.
Diablo was the youngest of the primevals, but I found him the most dangerous, for his power over Terra left him incapable of feeling fear. Though he had easily possessed and corrupted many humans, Diablo's essence was finally trapped in a soul stone and banished to the unfathomable abyss 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's what happened.
I am returning to town.
I need to.
I must say, I'm very fond of this new family I find myself in. But you could be a bit more open about your love for us, you know.
I don't normally talk about love, unless I'm speaking of Zakarum.
Oh, don't try to hide it. You act like you just need us for our skills. But we know the real reason you've brought us along with you. Have I ever told you that I knew Shen before he became part of our family here? Oh, he is such a sweet old fool. What a wild love we had for each other. He used to do the most surprising things, if you know what I mean. I could tell you stories that would curl your hair.
Please don't. Tell me, do you have any other family?
My brother and I were orphans. We only had each other.
Was he a thief as well?
No, he was a member of the city guard.
That must have caused some trouble.
Not as much as you might think. Until the end, that is.
Why didn't you become a guard like your brother?
We're not much alike, really. He was always dependable and practical. A complete bore, I'd say.
And you were drawn to trouble?
Hardly. I was just amusing myself with the Thieves' Guild. It was nothing serious.
You were on opposite sides of the law.
That may have been serious.
They will. Run when they see us.
How long have you been seeking me?
Well, it was not very easy to find you. I had to search for days. When I woke up alone, I did not know what had happened. I wrote about it a little. You may read more if you wish. I felt no fear when they sealed the tomb before me. Only a sense of peace as my mind drifted away into the darkness. It seems I opened my eyes only seconds later and beheld the chamber in ruins, half buried in sand. I have left everything behind. Only hope guides me now.
Tell me about the world you knew, Arena.
Beautiful cities towered up toward the heavens, but they were full of wickedness. Vigerai ruled them with will's sharpest stone.
Vigerai.
A clan of mages, bound more by their lust for power than by blood. I see that their influence has waned in this age.
Was the Prophet one of them?
Oh no. He meant to punish the Vigerai. They were the first to summon demons into this land.
Have all the Prophet's predictions come true?
Well, I did not expect you to keep company with a seraph.
Tyrael?
I knew what he was the instant I beheld him, but being in his presence makes me quite nervous.
Why is that? He's only here to aid us.
We do not deserve it. Tyrael sacrificed all he knew to aid us. I hope it is worthwhile.
Lead the way to glory.
I welcome the chance to travel with you.
I have considered what we discussed, and you are correct. I know little about my past, beyond what my order has told me. But what does it matter? Look what they have done for me. They've turned me into a living weapon, a light against darkness.
Do you believe that?
What do you want from me, Crusader? The memories were taken from me. It's done.
No one can take your memories. We can only hide them.
You may be right. I will find a way to take back my memories and exonerate my order. I have thought of a way to retrieve my lost memories, but it is dangerous. I must ask you to promise me something. Should I lapse into my old sins, whatever they may be, you must kill me, as I killed John Dar.
You have my word. What is your plan?
I found a journal on John Dar's corpse, written in an ancient Templar cipher. I can translate it, but it will take some time. Perhaps studying his treachery will give me a clue into my past.
This worries you.
John Dar was once a man of faith, devoted to the Templar Order. What if he discovered something that made him betray himself? Matters not, for I must do this anyway. Hey, Tim. It's good to fight with you again.
I agree.
How long has it been since you were in Chaldean?
Last time I passed through here was soon after meeting Mira. She wanted to stop and see the city, but I convinced her to travel on. My good memories of Chaldean feel like I'm watching someone else's life. I'll be glad for us to be gone.
I stayed outside last night. I tried to ignore the silence, but the empty air felt like an open mouth above my head. Eventually, I realized I had to sleep. If someone was going to kill me, I was already dead. I hadn't slept that well in years.
Hey, you! Come here. Got some new stuff for you to look at.
Is that you? What happened?
Thieving peasants. They came while I was sleeping, pinned me down, and cut off my robes and jewelry.
I'm so sorry, my friend. Come, stay with me. I am sharing a tent with a fine and generous family.
Oh no, I'm staying with the Garza. You wait and see. That peasant family is going to slit your throat and rob your corpse.
I've got some brand new goods.
From the sculpted sky roads leading to the Imperial Palace, one can see all of breathtaking Chaldean below.
Breathtaking? Before the gates closed, I saw 3 rats and a starving child fighting over half an apple.
It pleases you to exaggerate, I'm sure.
No, it pleases me to pass out drunk in the shade. But here we are.
I wouldn't go over there if I were you. Some poor fellow fell to his death from the walls.
I hear they have resorted to cannibalism out in the desolate sands.
I am not mad. I tell you there are demons out there.
My little Hakan has become so cruel, so paranoid in the last few weeks. I hear that he has ordered all of his staff to leave the city, or he will have them thrown from the walls. Cannot possibly mean me. I have cared for him since he was an infant.
Hilnan has new goods today. Come, you look. Many of my pieces come straight from the Emperor's own.
I will faint dead away if I stand in this heat a moment longer.
People are dying out here. Can they not see that?
Don't go out there. It's horrible.
The Trade Consortium Council has always been the ruling body of Chaldeum, but it gained additional strength after the fall of the Vigerai. The councilmen saw opportunity in the rapidly growing Zakarum faith, and they allowed the fanatics to build their enormous cathedral, Saldenkal, within the center of the city.
So there we go. There we are. So we see how the city of Chaldeum's doing. Poorly.
New goods today. Please look. You won't be disappointed.
I recently met a returning Crusader, and now I understand. Each Crusader took an apprentice. When a Crusader fell, his apprentice would take up his armor, his place in the Order, and even his very name. When the first generation of Crusaders fell, their own apprentices took up their identities, and so it has continued for 200 years.
Make your peace, quickly.
By the heavens, this heat!
Alright, straight through the middle. Let's go through the heart of this desert.
What brings you here, Necromancer?
Powerful spirits haunt these ruins. I was not strong enough to defeat them, but I was able to trap them. I fear the coven that invades the region will try to use the spirits for their nefarious purposes. But if you dare, you can try to put them to rest. Activate the totems to release the spirits, and be prepared to fight. Can you hear their angry voices? Still more remain.
One more left.
The voices fade. The spirits in this place are calm. I can begin the work of freeing them. The howling of the spirits lessens. You have put them to rest. Wait. Listen. The Coven! They have denied the Coven, but I fear they will find other, darker powers to exploit. Thank you, and go with the blessings of Rathma. 2 decades ago, my mentor faced the forces of evil and emerged victorious. I cannot hope to surpass his achievements, but I will try to bring balance to the raging forces that threaten to tear the world asunder in these days. The spirits are restless near Caldeum. I must quiet them.
This was the intro to the Necromancer class in Diablo 3. This guy, so it's cool to see where it originated. Now it's one of the more powerful classes in the game. Also, we hit level 53, so we're moving right along. We're in the road of Alcurnus, to Alcurnus. Oh yeah. Let's see what we got here.
Andariel was the only female evil. She aided the lesser evils for many years, but eventually she lost faith in their plots. 2 decades ago, she chose to help Diablo during his resurgence and seize the citadel of the Sightless Eye. Ultimately, she perished at the hands of brave heroes.
And there's half health for the Acolyte of Torment.
Patience.
Yeah, patience this.
Help us! You can't leave us here!
I'll free you.
These enemies defy all reason. An incredible feat. I owe you everything. These poor souls.
So their Black Mage just got some fireballs at me. We don't like fireballs.
I can't believe it's over. For what purpose were these people imprisoned? Oh, thank you.
Head south to Chaldean.
I must escape.
Do not worry about us. Go!
Thank the gods.
Head south to Chaldean.
I thought rescue would never come.
Do not worry about us. Go!
Not enough wrath.
Another sunset, and Alcarnus is still safe from the sudden madness that plagues Chaldeum. Though we are seeing an influx of hooded pilgrims for some Zakarum holy day, the demons out there are keeping their distance. I will double the guard at the gate. We must not be unprepared if our luck turns.
Okay. I like how it's a deranged cultist, not just a cultist. Like, nope, you're deranged. You're clearly off your rocker. Alright, let's go beat Magda. This was my goal, to beat Magda.
You, Magda, for I will not.
It matters not. While you hunted me, Belial's Imperial Guard captured your little witch Leah. Soon, her power shall be his.
Not ready yet. I require more wrath.
Another triumph for righteousness. Let the wicked tremble.
And so ends Magda.
Excellent.
I need to go back.
Agreed. So Magda's done and Deckard Cain is avenged.
As she died, Magda swore Belial would rule all. I will not let that happen.
Hey lady, I got some new things.
Magda is dead. She claims the Imperial Guard serves Belial, and that it has captured Leah.
Then they must be holding the Emperor against his will. I tremble to think what Belial might do with Leah and her growing power. The only chance we have to rescue Leah is to wrest the Emperor from the grasp of the Imperial Guard.
A shearer of the Iron Wolves can get us to the Emperor. I will speak with her. How did your fall raise the dead? You were an angel.
Not just any angel. I was the Archangel of Justice. My fall awoke the vengeful dead who were slain unjustly during Diablo's reign of terror. There was nothing I could do. As my power left my body, I had absolutely no control over it. Caldeum is the greatest city in the world, the seat of the Empire of Kyrgyzstan.
It's large, I'll give it that.
Its libraries overflow with undeciphered tomes of arcane knowledge. Its streets cover labyrinthine tunnels. It is a city of wonder and mystery. I do not know how these refugees persevere. Their situation is dire, and it seems there is little hope for them. Where do they find the strength to carry on?
They carry on because they must. The only way out of life is death.
I have much to learn. I feel Belial in the very air. I see his shadow behind haunted eyes. Hear his voice whispering lies on the wind. He need not bring an army to this city. It is his already.
My people are shunned many places, but we were always welcomed in Caldeum. Something must be very wrong, that they won't even let their own people into the city now.
Something? You have the sight. Tell me what is wrong.
Is that any way to speak to me? And you don't need visions to see that Belial is in control of the city. The question is how?
Let us seek our fortunes together. I have translated a strange passage from John Dar's journal. Long before he began serving Magda, he found a set of what he called key words hidden in a dusty librum. He writes that when he read these words, memories from his past returned to torment him. It was at that point that he began to mistrust the Order, though he did not say why. I am prepared to look upon these words and risk my soul. But I want you to understand something. I know I may die at any time. When I do, it must be without a single doubt that I am serving the light.
A belief unchallenged is only an idea. You are ready for this.
Thank you, my friend. But please, remember your promise. What shall we fight today?
All kinds of fun stuff.
Oh, the Jewel of the East! Chaldeum is really quite amazing. I have never seen anything quite like it. And I have seen so many things in my life.
It is like any other city, only bigger and more corrupt.
That explains quite a bit, actually.
La, 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 la.
How did you meet your wife?
It's actually quite a tale. We met in a town not far from here on the outskirts of Curast. She was, well, you're not going to believe it. She was locked in a cage.
She was a criminal?
No. They were going to burn her as a witch.
At least she wasn't a criminal.
Let's talk about this another time.
But at least she wasn't a criminal. We have such a way of things.
Do you see that armor? No wonder she destroyed those cultists in Arcanus so easily.
I can't believe anyone could have survived that out there, let alone defeat those monsters.
I know, but she did it.
I've got some brand new goods you might be interested in.
The Emperor is destroying the city. He must come to his senses soon. The Emperor is destroying the city.
To come so close to this Wonder City and not be allowed inside is worse than never seeing it at all.
The Zakarum are behind everything that's going wrong around here. They raised the Emperor, you know.
Chaldeum relies on trade to survive. If they keep the city closed for long, it will die.
Not content to reign supreme in commerce and religion, the Trade Consortium Council aspired to make Chaldeum a nexus of learning as well. It proposed to unite the mage academies in a massive new structure, the Ashari Sanctum, which has remained a beacon of knowledge and advancement ever since.
Is there no one to help us? The demons have taken over the desert. How long until they come to Chaldeum?
Hilnan has new goods to you. Cannot deny us entry into the city!
Ashira, the Emperor and my friend are in grave danger. I must gain entry into the palace.
I heard what you did at Qasim Outpost in Alcanus. You have my thanks, and you shall have my help. Captain Ravan, this woman has vital information regarding the massacre in the borderlands. We must see the Emperor at once.
Very well, but I don't think you'll find him receptive. Let them pass.
Perhaps a bit of coin would change your mind? People are being robbed out here. These slums are filled with thieves. You simply must let me in.
Let's go. I'll lead you to the palace.
You are bold to have sought this audience with me. My guards tell me you were responsible for the massacre of innocent villagers in Alcarnus.
But you know that's not true, don't you?
If you are innocent, then why do you have spies skulking through my sewers? Bring her in!
Let me go!
I detest violence. Guards, I leave this matter in your hands.
I knew you'd come for me. Let us be quick. Get out of here. I will cover your escape.
Thank you. Now we need to get to the sewers. I'll explain why when we get there. These demons are blocking our way. We must destroy their summoning construct. There has to be a way into the sewers from here. This leads to the sewers. Mother Adria, she's alive! But the Imperial Guard is holding her somewhere down here.
We will find
They escaped into the sewers! Summon reinforcements!
So Magda was telling the truth. Somehow I knew my mother was alive. Always knew it.
Good news, I hope. Just remember that your mother may not be the person you imagine.
Down to 8 health. Alright, level 54.
wrath is low.
I'll be telling stories about that for a while.
Alright, so we've explored that area. My goal was to defeat Magna and get to level 55, so once we get to level 55, we'll be done. Barring where we're at.
They escaped into the suit. Summon reinforcements!
Not enough wrath.
Alright. We found a shadow swimmer. Boom 2.
Should be up here.
my exemplary servants. Keep the witch alive until she talks. Pain will loose her tongue, but only to a point. Remember what happened with the vizier's assistant? It was a pleasurable crime, I admit. But the man had only incoherent babble and bloody strands of pus spilling from his lips by the end.
Tell us about the Black Soul Stone! We know of the three that the Horadrim used to trap the Primevals. What is the purpose of this one?
Your master Belial has good reason to fear it.
Leave her alone!
Seize them!
Don't stir the torturer. Reaper of Pain. Ruined the day that he messed with me.
Leah, my daughter.
You know who I am?
My darling, I've watched over you all your life, but I never dared get close because of the danger that always shadows me.
It's not safe here. Let's move.
I'm surprised Cain never told you why I left. He knew I was called to fight the Lords of Hell, and I knew he would keep you safe.
He's gone now.
Then it's fate that we have been reunited. Cain's work, your work, is my war.
According to the Herodric texts, only two evils remain. Belial is here in Chaldeum, and Azmodan has yet to reveal himself. The guards were asking you about this Black Soul Stone. I remember reading about it in Uncle's journal, but it didn't seem important.
No, but it is. It is the key to defeating evil forever. It was created by the mage Zoltan Kuhl to trap demonic souls.
Yes, he was a renegade Horadrim, dismembered by his brethren before he could activate the Soul Stone. His head was sealed away in the Dogger Oasis.
We must retrieve it, because if we're to use the Soul Stone to defeat Belial and Azmodan, Zoltan Kuhl must live again.
I do not like this. We can defeat Belial without you.
We rescued Leah's mother, Adria. She told us about the Black Soul Stone. An artifact that could banish evil forever. I must find it.
Murderer, torturer, monster. These were the titles bestowed upon Zoltan Kuhl by the Horadrim. Though it cost them dearly, they killed the wizard for his crimes against nature and sealed his broken corpse within a shadow realm. It seems they were afraid he might return.
Do you regret abandoning Leah?
What? No, I never saw it that way. She grew up in safety, while I risked my life to find the key to our salvation.
It was the sacrifice that I had to make. In any case, Leah will meet her full potential under my guidance. Do you not have things to do?
Lovely woman.
For a time, during the darkening of Tristram, we spent many nights in the Tavern of the Rising Sun, discussing his Herodric texts and the varied arcana I'd collected during my travels.
Did you ever see him again?
Only from afar. From time to time our paths would cross, and I would catch glimpses of Leah as she grew. It broke my heart that I could not reveal myself and raise her as my own.
How did you come to be captured?
I was trying to steal out of the city.
I'd returned to gather some things before setting out to recover Zoltan Kuhl's head, and the guards found me. Zoltan Kuhl, a legend. There is no doubt in my mind he is as powerful as the stories say. But for every bit of his genius, he was surely mad. He was obsessed with immortality and power.
A madman. We would do better to leave him asleep in the desert than to call on him for aid.
You have a better idea.
I do not. It is merely a warning.
Zoltan Kuhl is an unknown. Involving him is risky.
You take risks every day, Crusader, and one dismembered wizard is nothing compared to Belial and Azmodan.
I've been told you were there for the destruction of Mount Ariat.
Baal, the Lord of Destruction, sought to enslave mankind to the power of hell by corrupting the sacred World Stone. Unthinkable though it was, I was forced to destroy it.
And half the countryside with it.
Understand, friend, that entire worlds burned as heaven and hell fought over the World Stone. Ariat's destruction was regrettable. And believe me, I paid a high cost as well.
You seem to have survived the World Stone's destruction.
The resultant explosion dispersed the light and harmony of my angelic being. Without form or shape, I restored myself within the realm of pandemonium. It took me 20 of your years, but finally, I returned home to the high heavens.
Were your brothers in arms glad for your return?
Hardly. Believing my actions had endangered creation, the Angiris Council put me, the Archangel of Justice, on trial. I knew then that heaven was doomed, unless I could enlist the aid of mankind against the coming onslaught of hell. 300 years ago, I selected Kuhl and 6 others to form the Herodrum. He was a great man, who was driven mad by his long quest to hunt evil.
Why did the Herodrum kill Zoltan Kuhl?
He delved into powers not meant for man, trying to fashion an artifact that could fill his empty heart with the souls of angels and demons. The Herodrum had no choice but to slay him. The Order never recovered.
I don't like dealing with Cole any better than you do, but I see no other way. If Adria says we must, then we must. Uncle Deckard trusted her, and so will I.
Terrible life
I
decision.
take it your wife was not burned at the stake for witchcraft.
I broke her out in the middle of the night and we escaped. They didn't chase us far. I guess they were glad to see her go.
You risked your life for someone you didn't even know. Not many would do that.
She wasn't a witch. She was a mystic. Though we didn't find that out for a time. Not until we started traveling with the Vetchin wagon train. But that's a story for another time.
A week ago, I was deafened by the voices. Council members argued in the corridors outside my chambers. Guards chanted on their patrols and scribes murmured incessantly. Out here, there is only the wind.
Getting a little backstory on people here.
I think I might have met Sultan Cool once. He seemed like a perfectly reasonable sort for a mage, that is.
So he's mad then?
Oh, yes. Well, you know how they can be. With the waving hands and the mumbling all the time. They can be a little strange.
Those you've chosen to fight alongside you are an interesting bunch. Children after my own heart, flawed in such interesting ways. Irena is quite vivacious for one with such a burden, don't you think? I know you agree with me, Cormac. You'd best keep your vows in mind, or maybe you shouldn't. And that Lyndon, he makes me laugh. He can warm my bed any night. Reminds me of my second husband, he does. This Adria, I sense dark things about her. She is not averse to using whatever means necessary to destroy Asmodan and Belial. She will use the Black Soulstone, no matter what the cost.
She is right. The demon lords must die.
Some costs may prove too high, even for you. I worry about Leah. How is she?
Why do you ask?
Oh, no reason. She just needs someone looking out for her. This Zoltan Kuhl sounds like an untrustworthy fellow. You don't have your head separated from your body for no good reason.
We need him to get the Soul Stone.
Well, if you must. But I don't trust any of those ancient sorcerer types. Always up to no good.
Let's talk to my companions.
You're distracted.
It is merely the consequence of seeing that which is not readily visible. I have accepted it.
I understand. We're in unforgiving circumstances, and I'd hate to see you die.
You are right. I must pay attention. Yet, I feel as though part of me still sleeps in a faraway realm.
You have been through a lot. It will fade in time.
That would be nice. But the feeling I have indicates that it is more unpleasant and complicated than that. Let us fight this evil together.
What happened to your brother?
Nothing you'd want to hear.
I asked, didn't I?
And then what? I suppose you'll make it all right. You'll fix it up just like another one of your little errands. Some things aren't that easy.
I will wait until you are ready.
God, and you're so noble about it too. Spare me.
Let us seek honor together.
Alright. This is where I'm going to call this stream because my computer's done updating, but I'm going to go get lunch and hang out with my dad for a little bit. So after that, I will be playing Final Fantasy 1. So, yeah. We'll actually get to play that today. But this was fun. We got a few levels, and we defeated Magda and found Adria, which was unexpected, but a pleasant surprise. So, if you've missed this stream, remember it's up on YouTube in an archived playlist, and go check that out. So, that's that. I'll talk to y'all later, and it'll be for Final Fantasy 1. So long, everyone.